Hey everyone, Francesca Motto here. Just want to go over a couple of things for you that are very, very important, okay? There are so many trolls out there. It's enough to drive you bat, but I won't say those words. They are literally there to continue to suppress you, to hold you down. They're naysayers. I just got something sent to me in a very huge group that we're a part of. And they just hate what we're doing. They hate it. And literally, the Family Justice and Accountability Act is going to set everybody free. Bottom line, the attackers are all a part of the same advocates that have been doing this for 40 years, okay? They claim to know senators and they claim to know Congress members and to be trained by the top best of the best. If that was the case, why are we still in this situation we're in? Why are families still suffering? I don't say that I don't say that lightly, okay? Like, let's do a reality check here. This is my very first bill. The largest number of families ever have come to Washington, D.C., and I did a prehistory and then a history. Okay. Now, some of this Congress member, actually one U.S. senator, in which I had Senator Fincham even describe on my program yesterday. I said, I didn't say who, but I said one of the U.S. senators is claiming that this is only a state issue. And he clearly corrected it. And all you have to do is go to my YouTube channel and watch where I interview Senator Fincham from Arizona. Now, I'm going to go over to you why I believe that a lot of these influencers are detrimental to you if you want to continue to listen to them. Okay? This is why people are in bondage to the courts, because they don't know their rights. So I literally just posted something really, really cool. Well, I didn't, but like I'm in Facebook jail. So tons of my volunteers and the team leads posted different cool like little ads that we're making for the Family Justice and Accountability Act, and to empower you, because that's all I ever do is empower you, okay? Because you're the powerhouse. And basically, I've seen where other advocacy groups are trying to do what we're doing. It's so silly. It's so ridiculous. But it's way darker and deeper than that. They don't want the freedom to come to the people. This is beyond a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And I call it the child trafficking industry. And they don't want it to stop. That's the bottom line. They don't want it to stop. And the Family Justice and Accountability Act will make it stop. They were all offended because I had people sign an NDA originally. They were all offended because I copyrighted the proposed bill. That's what you do. That's how you protect something. That's how you protect the integrity of your work, to ensure that before it gets a bill number on it, well, now it's illegal, so now it's safe, so now everybody can have a copy. But before that happens, that you protect it. They don't like that. They don't like what's coming, and we're coming fast and furious, and we're going to keep going. Okay, so when they say something such as this, I'll just say it. I'm not going to give the person any attention because I'm just not. But basically, this wackadoodle that stalks me and makes 50 million videos, she contacted one of the U.S. senators' offices that we were recently at. And we just keep going back. We're like boots on the ground all the time. And basically, I guess they responded that they feel that it's a state issue. And I'm going to correct that. But I'm going to correct it by asking you a question. Is the Constitution state only? The U.S. federal Constitution, is that state only? The Articles of Human Rights, are they state only? The Americans with Disability Act, federal codifications and federal laws, is that state only? Obviously not. So when they tell you that, if a Congress member or an attorney or a senator tells you that, they're either ignorant, and they can be very well, or they're lying to you. You can pick, or both. They could be ignorant and lying to you, or both. Now, this is what saddens me about this country, because a lot of people did not get the proper education that they should have. And they allow the government to walk all over them. That is the reason that children are suffering every single day in this country, that these horrible situations are happening in family courts all over this country for decades, because they've been lying to you. I did a prehistory and a history on October 20th in Washington, D.C., showing where family court started, preceding where it actually was put into place in the 1962 Family Court Act, and why it is where it is today, and why they violate the Constitution, the Articles of Human Rights, and the ADA. Once they accept that, they're under federal jurisdiction. They are required to follow federal law, and they haven't been. So once they're collecting all the fundings and ASFA and CAPTA and all those federal programs, they're under federal jurisdiction. They're required to follow federal law, and they haven't been. These courts have been operating outside of the Constitution for decades. I've said this over and over and over and over. It's a wonder I'm not blue. I've said it that many times and over again for decades, and that is exactly why the Family Justice and Accountability Act exists, to bring federal oversight and federal enforcement back where it belongs. And Congress has the full authority to act when state courts violate federally protected rights or misuse federal funding. It's just that simple. Family courts have failed so badly that children are dying. Parents are being stripped of rights without due process. Disabled parents are being discriminated against. And that is in direct violation of the Americans with Disability Act, which is my main forensic expertise, that I handle that and articles of human rights. Also, billions, if not trillions, of federal dollars are being misapplied with no accountability. This is absolutely the point where Congress steps in. The FJAA puts the federal government back in check and back in charge of enforcing the Constitution, the ADA, and the Articles of Human Rights, all the human rights protections, the civil rights protections, everything, where the state courts have failed over and 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 over again. They failed, okay? And Congress has both the power and the duty to intervene. They have to. So I've had these arguments over and over again, and I've already had long, lengthy meetings with U.S. senators, representatives from the House, state senators, and so on and so forth. And the ones that agree with me and the ones that are working alongside us absolutely agree with what I'm saying. And I've had lawyers tell me I'm wrong. I've had Congress members lie to the people. But we're smarter than that. We know better. I don't know why I'm looking blue all of a sudden. Maybe because I just got done saying I've said this so much. I am turning blue in the face. Boy, does God have a sense of humor. Anyway, guys, please study. Learn your rights, because the more you keep letting these people tell you blue in the face, the more you keep letting these people tell you what they want you to hear instead of doing the right thing, the more you will continue to suffer. And I don't want to see you suffer anymore. Okay? We are putting an end to this. And can I tell you, we are the most attacked and hated advocacy group. And we're the only ones that actually have the real solutions. You don't believe me? Read the Family Justice and Accountability Act. All you got to do is message me on Facebook. We will be glad to send it to you. Or I'm going to put the link here. You can get on our Zoom meeting every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We need more team leads and more volunteers. We literally get about 800 people per day joining. Yes, that's exactly correct what's happening. We can't even keep up. Putting the power back in the hands of the people.